The first question, we've got our chi-squared test here. They've given us some of the observed values, one's missing, and they're telling us that the expected frequency for each of them is 43. So let's put each of those in there, 43, 43, 43, 43. Now, to find out the missing one, of course, 4 43s, what's that? Well, that's 172, isn't it? And then if we take away 47 and we take away 34 and we take away 36, with any luck, that's going to equal the 55 that they tell us it's going to be. So there, the marks there. I suppose it's a nice mark there to show that, so people that can't do that can still do the rest of the question. Part B asks us to explain why there are 3 degrees of freedom. So I suppose we're thinking here, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. 4 take away 1 equals 3. But as we saw in a recent one, we've got to explain this. So I suppose there are 4 observations. We're going to take away 1 restriction, which is that the total must be, 172. No more restrictions. So there was that horrible paper that said we don't take away 1 because we didn't estimate anything. So I think that must be enough. 4 observations take away the 1 restriction, or the 1 constraint, as we got there. So the main part of the question is now to actually do the hypothesis test. So H0 will be that the dice is fair. The dice is fair. The dice is unbiased. H1, the dice is biased. I suppose I've written dice, it could be die, couldn't it, as they're singular. And let's put these numbers in. So into our, sorry, you're not seeing it there, into our statistics menu, and putting the first set of numbers, the observed values in here, 34, 36, and we had a 55 there, didn't we? And putting in the 43 for each of these here, 43, 43. The test, the chi-squared test, the goodness of fit test. Let's check. The observeds were in list 1, the expected were in list 2, our degrees of freedom is actually 3, and we will store our contributions. We might not write them down, but we'll store them there because it tells us that our chi-squared value that we've got here is 6.744. If you did want to write these things down, as it is so quick, they are all in here, and we could just write them underneath the table here. So we've got 0.37 there, we've got 1.88 there, 1.13 there, and 3.34 there, or 3.3488 there. Clearly from that we can see that it's this one here that was the most significant. That was the one that was out the most, and we've seen questions like that before. Now, with 3 degrees of freedom, what is our critical value? So our chi-squared value for 3 degrees of freedom at 5%, and we can do that on the calculator as well. So distributions, chi-squared, inverse chi-squared, and there we got degrees of freedom 3 and 5, area of 5%. The critical value is 7.8147, and do write a little bit more than you expect there. 7.815 is probably enough. So conclusion, 6.744 is less than 7.81, so we're sticking with this one here. Not enough evidence to reject H0, and so let's put it in context. Therefore, dice is probably fair. I'm a bit confident there, aren't I? I should say not enough evidence to say the dice is biased is probably a better way of putting it, isn't it?